Hi, Kira here. I just got a call from the doctor's office and they're doing an about face and saying I need a biopsy now. And I'm mad because I had my previous video. I created this whole narrative around getting another MRI in 6 months. So now I've got to change the narrative. I have to, I guess there was some feeling that my light bulb is flickering. There was some feeling that most probably benign lesion, it was most probably benign. They were just going to check it in 6 months. But for them to now say they want to biopsy it, it would have been easier if they had just started with that, because then I'd just be going to a biopsy with the probable benign lesion. But to do this about face and backtrack, it makes it feel a little more intense for the time period that I now, and then I also, that I now have to wait for to do the biopsy and then get the biopsy results. I should have, I was so pleased that my timeline was so fast. How great was that? I said in my last video, from January 26th to February 1st to February 6th. Today is February 14th, Valentine's Day. And, happy Valentine's Day for me. The story is changed. I now have to wait to hear from the hospital does the biopsies, the same place where I got the ultrasound done. It's a needle biopsy. Luckily, nobody wants to do these things. I totally get that. I know I'm a little strange in some of my sensitivities. I'm more concerned about having to get the compression of mammogram than I am about needles. I don't have a problem with needles, but I have a problem with compression. I have a problem with trust because I had a bad incident with an oral surgeon, when I was young, and with an impacted wisdom tooth. So trusting someone not to hurt me. So I've got all these issues about mammogram, which are a little quirky and silly when I think about the seriousness of the requirements to get breast cancer screening. I'm not thrilled about a biopsy. However, I'm actually better with needles than a lot of things. So I suppose I'll be okay with this. But I'm not thrilled because they changed what I was telling myself about it. I was telling myself about it, that it was just a 6-month follow-up, the BI-RADS 3 rating. BI-RADS 3. This just happened, so I'm just filming it live because this is my breast cancer screening journey, and my mom's a breast cancer survivor, but she's been through a lot, and I'm upset. Okay, so BI-RADS categories are 0 through 6, and 0 means they need more tests. They don't know anything. Category 1 is negative. Category 2 is benign. So I guess what's going to happen is, because I'm category 3, probable benign, it says what it means. There is something seen in the image that is most likely not cancerous, but should be followed up before the next annual mammogram to see if area of concern changes. Follow-up, get a follow-up mammogram in 6 months, and then of course they had decided that I would get a follow-up breast MRI. So so BI-RADS 4, suspicious abnormality, follow-up may require biopsy. I got a BI-RADS 3. What's changed? maybe nothing's changed. Maybe they're just being overly cautious because of my family history and because of my increased risk and the fact that it was a fibroadenoma. I think I was mispronouncing it in my last video. Fibroadenoma. And it's my first screening journey. So maybe they're being super overcautious. But BI-RADS 3 should have been just follow up in 3 months. BI-RADS 4 is biopsy. So I don't know what's going on, why I'm getting a call increasing me, well, maybe increasing me to BI-RADS 4. Or just being overly cautious on the BI-RADS 3. So I guess I got to do it, but I'm not happy. Not happy at all. Because it prolongs my unease. Because I'm a highly sensitive person that gets worked up about things. And I ruminate. I'm a ruminator. And now I have to employ mental discipline to not ruminate too much, to not get too worked up. And I know that lots of women have to have biopsies. My sister has even had a biopsy that turned out completely benign. So at least I'm not thinking for the next, I suppose I'm not thinking for the next 6 months. I wonder about it. I'm going to get the biopsy and then but I'm pissed. I'm pissed off because I created a story, BI-RADS 3, 6 months, and now today, February 14th, the story's changed. So, and I don't know if lightning's going to strike twice. It would be really wild if I actually got a call and they had an opening and got me in fast for this stupid biopsy. So I'll keep you posted.